you want to get involved in training, but you are worried that your rifle isn't Gucci enough, stick around, because in this video, I'm going to tell you the 5 things that you need to get involved in training and get the most out of your courses and your range sessions. Let's break it down. As always, it is windy as heck out here today. So today we're going to be breaking down the 5 things I think you need to have a reliable rifle and to get the most out of your range sessions and your training courses. And if you're not thinking about taking training courses, you're wrong. Always invest in yourself, always invest in training. It doesn't matter if you are an armed professional in law enforcement or military, you can always learn something. You learn just the basics in your schoolhouses. So getting right into it. Most important things you need is going to be a good barrel and a good bolt carrier group. Now your barrel and your bolt carrier together make the heart and soul of any rifle. So if you're going to have a good rifle, having a barrel and a bolt carrier that are solid, not inexpensive, but somewhere in between, you're not going to have a problem with head spacing and you're going to have a good, reliable system. Another thing I think you need is a sighting system, whether that be iron sights or a red dot. This two in conjunction, I really like the setup here. I like having this fixed. I don't like having things that flip up. I've seen too many of the springs and the latches break and the thing is just dangling. So having something that's fixed, less room for failure there. Number 4 is going to be a good magazine. Now this is a Magpul PMag. This is the gold standard for magazines today. There are other good magazines out there, but in my opinion, Magpul is the way to go. So last but not least, number 5 on the list is going to be a good sling. Now I have made a sling video. I'm all about slings. This one is completely attached to this rifle and it is done the proper way. Right through here and here, and then you just wrap it around here. That way this doesn't get in the way of your face. You don't have a wrap up here. Once you bring this up, this will move out of the way, and I have it tied here with 550 cord. Keeps it nice and quiet and flexible, which is how we like it. And no, I haven't had any issues with this rifle melting the 550 cord and the sling breaking free. Not necessary for range courses unless you're taking a low light, no light course, is going to be, of course, a flashlight. Now this is an old G-Watt flashlight. This is actually one of the first Surefire lights I ever bought back in the early 2000s. There are lighter and better flashlights out there, but I put it on there for nostalgia sake because except for this red dot, I had an EOTech on here. This is exactly how I ran my rifle back in the early days of my career. So do I think having a rifle setup like this that you are undergunned? Absolutely not. Now this is not a Gucci rifle setup, and a matter of fact, there are some people that will tell you you need more than this, but they are absolutely wrong. This is good enough to get you in the door with your first courses. This is good enough to get you on the range, competitions, whatever you need this to do. This is absolutely good enough to do the job at hand. Until you prestige and you start getting more equipment, night vision, suppressors, pressure pads, stuff like that, this setup is going to be optimal for you to get things done. Now, of course, this is my go-to setup, but I have a lot of things on here that you may not need. The reason why I have a super high riser on here is because I shoot with gas masks and night vision goggles, as well as being able to get a good cheek rest while diving. This thing answers every need that I have, but again, the skills used to be proficient with something like this was not acquired in a day. If you train with a platform like this, you will be able to make a fabulous loot drop out of somebody who has a rifle setup like the other one you just saw, and then you can take theirs. But like I said, with that other rifle, all that stuff on there, you're not going to know how to use it unless you start at the very basics and get training. All right, guys, that is the 5 things I have for you as far as getting a rifle set up to be proficient and to get the most value out of your training courses and classes. Thank you for tuning in to another video, and I will see you on the next one. See you.